The following is a production of the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network. It's time for Ottumwa basketball on your news and information leader, 1240 AM and 102.7 FM KBIZ. Let's get you to the court with the voice of your Bulldogs, Jason Van Arkel.
Ottumwa High basketball is on the air. Good evening, everybody, from the Roundhouse in Marshalltown. Jason Van Arkel reporting tonight. Annie Argo is the on-site video producer. Brandon Drew, the radio producer, back at the KBIZ studios. After a somewhat of a snow-induced week off, your Bulldogs are back in CIML action as they hit the road once again. A lot of road trips in January. Tonight we take on the Marshalltown Bobcats. Now, Ottumwa comes in at 4-8. They are 3-2 in the CIML Metro. This, of course, is not a Metro Conference game, but the Bulldogs have won 2 in a row, and being snowed out last Friday is a mixed bag for OHS. On one hand, they got an unexpected bye after playing 4 games in 9 days to start the month. That gained some more recovery time for the handful of players who were sick and missed last week's games. Postponing the matchup that would have happened last Friday with number 6 Roosevelt also moved Ottumwa ahead to 3 more winnable matchups: Marshalltown tonight, Hoover at home on Friday, then on the road at Washington on Monday. That gives the Bulldogs a real chance to extend this winning streak, which is currently at 2, stretch it all the way out to 5, which would build confidence for this freshman-laden team and match last year's best win streak. Now, on the other hand, moving the Roosevelt game to January 31st means that after the Washington game next Monday, OHS will have to run a gauntlet. They'll play Waukee, Des Moines North, Des Moines Roosevelt, and Dowling 4 games in a row before they get their rematch with Des Moines Lincoln on senior night on February 4th. The Bulldogs also still have not played a home girls basketball game this month, and they won't do so until Friday when we face Hoover. As a matter of fact, and I was talking to Coach Vandenberg about this today, the Bulldogs only ended up with 8 home games this entire season as opposed to 14 road games. Quite honestly, that should not happen, and I'm not sure why. And I'm not sure Coach Vandenberg is sure why. It had something to do with COVID and games being canceled last year, as in some schools that Ottumwa was scheduled to visit last year had those games were canceled, and when Ottumwa was put back on their schedules this year, they were listed as the visitors once again, and I don't know where things got a little off, but nobody bothered to check into it until it was too late, I guess. And Ottumwa's only got 8 home games in girls basketball this season. The boys don't have that problem, but they've got 11, but a lot of road games for this young Bulldog girls basketball team this season. Now, as we said, Marshalltown should be a winnable game. The Bobcats are only 1-12. Brian Murphy is in his 3rd season here at Marshalltown, and he is 5-50. He's got an overall coaching record of 17-59. He went 12-9 one season at Meskwaki before coming here to Marshalltown. The Bobcats are certainly an experienced team. In fact, every player who appeared against Ottumwa last year is back this year, but the results for Marshalltown aren't any better, as only a win over a surprisingly woeful Ames team has kept the Bobcats from being winless. Outside of that victory, only one of Marshalltown's losses has been by less than 20 points. The Bobcats do have some size, 5 players on the roster standing 5'9" or 5'10", but they don't rebound well other than senior Sophie Youngkin, who gets about 5.5 boards a game. Fellow senior Lily Roberts leads the Bobcats with just over 7 points a game, but they've never scored more than 36 in a game this season, and they've only reached the 30-point mark 3 times in their 13 games. On top of that, their 3rd leading scorer through the month of December, Zaila Newman, has not played since the team's returned from winter break. Don't know if she'll be back in the lineup tonight or not, but Marshalltown doesn't have a lot of bodies on their roster. In fact, I only see 8 players warming up right now, although it is possible that the JV game between Ottumwa and Marshalltown, which is taking place in their secondary gym, that game might not be over yet, and so both teams might have a few more bench players coming over from the JV game. But Marshalltown is shorthanded a bit. They've had kind of a tough run in basketball, girls basketball, the last few years, and this year another struggle for them. For Ottumwa, it's a game they should win, so it's a game where they need to step up and continue to play well as they have the past 2 games. Still plenty to come on our pregame show. When we return after this 3-minute timeout, we'll take a look at last year's matchup between Ottumwa and Marshalltown and see where the Bulldogs stand in the Metro Conference as they play out of conference tonight before going back into conference play on Friday. 3 minutes and we're back with more of the pregame show on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Are you looking for someone to capture the special moments in life, such as senior photos, weddings, family portraits, baby pictures, or even your furry friends? Look no further than Lee's Photography in Ottumwa to schedule your appointment. Brian, Connie, and the staff at Lee's Photography have the knowledge and experience to capture your special moments and make your vision come to life. Visit them on Facebook to see the range of their work. Lee's Photography on East 2nd Street, across from the Courier in Ottumwa, for all your all-around photography needs.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent: our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
Cole Palace Cafe and Books invites you to stop in and try their real, not fast, fresh, never frozen, made in-house menu, which is sure to satisfy. Start your day with their fresh brewed coffee or one of their specialty drinks and a delicious breakfast. Stop in for a cup of one of their homemade soups, a sandwich, or salad for lunch. Don't forget dessert. At Cole Palace Cafe and Books, your purchases help our neighbors with disabilities learn valuable job skills. Check out their gently used books while you wait. That's Cole Palace Cafe and Books at 226 West Main Street, Ottumwa.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
Hi, this is Vince Tyson, General Manager with Citizens Mutual in Bloomfield, the area's premier broadband provider. Wapello County, we have heard your screams of frustration. You need reliable internet, and we are proud to expand high-speed fiber internet into Wapello County. Express your interest today by going to findmyfiber.mycmtech.com. Again, that's findmyfiber.mycmtech.com. We look forward to hearing from you and bringing you the very best internet service at Citizens Mutual, coming soon to Wapello County.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dwayne Petrito, your orthodontist in Ottumwa and Oskaloosa. Many of our patients are playing in this game, and we want you to know we are happy to see you representing your school and playing hard. If you haven't been in to see us yet, please call our office for an appointment. Your first appointment is always free. From start to finish, we are here for you every step of the way. We specialize in giving you a great smile and bite. We look forward to seeing you soon. Our team is cheering for you in today's game.
You're watching Bulldog basketball on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Ottumwa High basketball on KBIZ. Bulldog girls and boys on the road at Marshalltown tonight. A girls game, of course, comes first. Boys game to follow. And the last time Ottumwa and Marshalltown met in girls basketball was almost exactly 1 year ago, January 19th of 2021. Ottumwa girls easily defeated Marshalltown 54-20. The Bulldogs continued their dominance over the Bobcats, beating them for the 8th consecutive time. Addison Ransom actually didn't start that night because that was senior night for Ottumwa, so 5 seniors got the start. But both Ransom and senior Ann Guest scored 9 points to lead what was a balanced Bulldog attack. Marshalltown got 8 from Lily Roberts and 6 from Rachel Smith in that game. Both of those players are back this year, but they didn't have much else. OHS has not lost to the Bobcats since 2011. That 8-game winning streak includes a playoff victory in 2017. The teams meet tonight for the 3rd year in a row, and this series will remain yearly going forward because both Ottumwa and Marshalltown, after the end of this school year, will depart the CIML and join the new Iowa Alliance Conference. Now, they'll be in opposite divisions of that conference. The Bulldogs will be in what we assume will be called the South Division with the Des Moines schools, whereas Marshalltown will join Fort Dodge, Ames, Mason City, and Waterloo East in the North Division, again, assuming it'll be called the North Division. Right now it's an 11-team conference. They'd probably like to find one more team to fit that Northern Division and make it 12, but if they don't, they don't, and we'll start with 11 next year. But again, Marshalltown and Ottumwa will be in the same conference going forward. Something that, by the way, nearly happened a few years ago And there is a lot of talk of Ottumwa, Marshalltown, and Indianola joining the Des Moines schools to break away from the CIML, form an 8-team conference. That plan did not end up coming to fruition, but now Ottumwa and Marshalltown among the 11 teams forming the Iowa Alliance Conference. Bulldogs, as they enter play tonight, sit in third place in the CIML Metro Conference in their final run through that league, and it'll stay that way after tonight. Everybody's playing out of conference. Roosevelt leads at 5-0, Des Moines North 4-1, Ottumwa, by virtue of their win over East last Tuesday, 3-2. Des Moines Lincoln, even though they've got a win over Ottumwa, Lincoln is 2-3. Now, the Rail Splitters haven't played Des Moines East yet. They were supposed to on Friday. That got snowed out. East is 1-4. Hoover's 0-5 in conference play. As we take a deeper look at this matchup tonight between Ottumwa and Marshalltown, we call it the tale of the tape. Neither of these teams score all that much. Ottumwa averaging 31.3 points per game. That was boosted over 30 by the win last week, and they scored 54 on the road in the win over East. Marshalltown averaging 24.7 points per game. Again, they've only been over 33 times all year. Rebounding, Ottumwa's got the edge, 29.5 per game to Marshalltown's 23 and change. Assists per game, Ottumwa just over 8 per game, Marshalltown about 5.5. Turnovers per game, Marshalltown's actually taking care of the ball a little bit better. The Bulldogs averaged 27.5 turnovers, Marshalltown only about 24. Shooting percentage, Ottumwa's got that percentage up to 30.3% to be accurate. Marshalltown shoots about 24.5%. Three-point range, Bulldogs got a big boost last Tuesday when they hit 12 three-pointers against East. They shoot just under 24% from three-point range on the season. Marshalltown at only 18%. And free throws, Ottumwa's still getting better, but Marshalltown has the edge there. The Bobcats hit 51% of their free throws, Ottumwa only about 45%. So that's the tale of the tape comparing Ottumwa and Marshalltown basketball. All right, there's about 3 minutes left on the warm-up clock, then we'll get the introduction of the starting lineups and presumably the national anthem. The Marshalltown Pep Band is filing in. Good to see a school using their pep band. Ottumwa, of course, has their pep band in that high perch behind one end of the gym at Evans Middle School. Marshalltown will set up in the bleachers down to our left as we look at it here. And right now we will take a 2-minute timeout, come back and hopefully get you the starting lineups. As we get ready for basketball on a Tuesday night, the temperature is going to start dropping outside. It's going to be very cold the next few days, but action heating up in the Roundhouse here at Marshalltown. Bulldog basketball comes your way soon. Keep it right here on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent: our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
The secret is out. You're invited to see the all-new scoring system at Champion Bowl.
The first bowling alley in Iowa to have the new bowler entertainment system.
Animated and themed scoring grids and backgrounds.
It keeps score for a variety of game types.
There's classic bowling, of course, as well as Build the Monster, Bowling Hood, Battle of the Lanes, and more.
You can also video chat with any of the staff right from your bowling station.
Come experience the brand new Champion Bowl in Ottumwa,
where bowling is now awesome.
At Line X of Ottumwa, we know your truck is much more than a vehicle to you. Whether you use it for work or play, a Line X spray-applied bedliner is ready for the long haul. Line X provides unmatched protection with a nationwide lifetime warranty. Want more for your truck? Line X carries accessories from WeatherTech, Bach Industry, Truxedo, Truck Gear, Lux, and Luverne Truck Accessories. The right parts and accessories to make your truck your truck. Everything is possible at Line X of Ottumwa.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dwayne Petrito, your orthodontist in Ottumwa and Oskaloosa. Many of our patients are playing in this game, and we want you to know we are happy to see you representing your school and playing hard. If you haven't been in to see us yet, please call our office for an appointment. Your first appointment is always free. From start to finish, we are here for you every step of the way. We specialize in giving you a great smile and bite. We look forward to seeing you soon. Our team is cheering for you in today's game.
You're watching Bulldog basketball on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Ottumwa High basketball, 1240 a.m., 102.7 FM, KBIZ. The live stream on the Ottumwa Radio Group Facebook page. Ottumwa on the road at Marshalltown. Bulldog girls about to be introduced to the fans coming into the MHS Roundhouse here in Marshalltown. Jason Van Arkel with you. If you're watching on the live video stream, you can see we are indeed high atop the Roundhouse. Very similar to Des Moines Lincoln's Roundhouse, the press box way up high. The one big difference for Annie and I up here is that at Lincoln there's no glass between us and the court below. Always got to be careful when we go to Lincoln. I don't drop anything on some poor fan's head. Up here, we've got some glass here, so I feel a little bit safer. Not that I'm launching anything at the glass or anything, but at the same time, a little bit muffled. Hopefully you can hear some of the buzzer and some of the crowd noise coming from down there. But again, we're a little bit quieter up here tonight because of that glass in between us and the court down below. Bulldogs wearing the red road jerseys, white trim on the collar, white lettering and Ottumwa across the front, white numbers front and back. Marshalltown home white jerseys, red trim, red lettering, I believe it says Bobcats across the front, blue numbers front and back for Marshalltown. I was hoping they've got the spaces on the scoreboard to post the players on the floor, so I was hoping they'd have the starting lineup up on that scoreboard now, but they don't. And while I can look down on the court and see the players sitting on the bench getting ready to be introduced, I can't really read all the numbers down there, but I can tell you Ottumwa's starting lineup will be as follows. In the backcourt, 5'5" freshman Riley Heinbaugh, who returns after being ill last week, joined by the freshman point guard, 5'4" freshman Camden Krause. Third starter for Ottumwa, 5'7" freshman Maya Fuller, who had a big game, 15 points against Des Moines East last week. Up front for Ottumwa, 5'10" senior Addison Ransom, and 5'9" freshman Nellie Morgan. Addison, 21 on the roster, but she's wearing 22 right now. It's different. And now Marshalltown turns out all the lights for their home introductions. It's going to make it even harder for me to tell you who their starters are. Hopefully they're waving a spotlight around the arena here. I don't know if you can, yeah, you can kind of see that on the video. Again, by the way, for Ottumwa, no Olivia Coram. She's still out with that leg injury. Her return uncertain right now for OHS, when that'll be. So the first starter they announced for Marshalltown, Rachel Smith, 5'3" senior, 3.2 points per game. The next starter, 5'4" sophomore Sarah Huffman, 3 points per game. Third starter, 5'7" senior Lily Roberts, leading scorer, 7.2 points per game. Fourth starter, 5'10" sophomore Amaya Moore, getting her sixth start, doesn't quite average a point per game. And their fifth starter is 5'10" senior Kaylin Smith, averaging just under 2 points per game, just over 2 rebounds per game. So those are the 5 Marshalltown starters. I believe it's going to be time for the national anthem here. Yep, the teams are lining up on their, well, near their respective free throw lines. Ottumwa on the volleyball line just below it. So we will take a 90-second timeout for the playing of the national anthem, and we'll return with the opening tip. Bulldog basketball comes your way next on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Hi everyone, this is Karina Drummond with Reflection Studio in Ottumwa. We are a full-service salon offering hair, nail, brow, lash, facial, and waxing services. We also handle weddings, proms, and other large events with multiple person makeover sessions, so contact us early to get booked for your next event. We thank all of our loyal customers for your patronage and invite all newcomers to join our salon family. And remember, looking good doesn't happen by chance, it happens by appointment with Reflection Studio in Ottumwa. Like Reflection Studio on Facebook and visit reflectionstudio.com. That's Reflections with a Z.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
We all have a picture of the life we want to live, a desire to connect the work we do with a purpose. There is a way to get there, but the price of admission is money and the drive to succeed. Success takes skill. Skill takes training. Training takes work. If you're ready to live, learn, train, and connect, Job Corps is ready for you. Careers begin here.
You're watching Bulldog basketball on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Ottumwa High basketball, 12:40 a.m., 102.7 FM KBIZ. Live video stream on the Ottumwa Radio Group Facebook page. Good evening once again, everybody. Jason Van Arkel with you from the MHS Roundhouse. Annie Argo, the on-site video producer. Parker Stevens, I think I said Brandon Drew earlier. Brandon normally does our games. He's out tonight. Parker Stevens filling in back at the KBIZ studios. Sorry about that, Parker. We'll give you proper credit. Ottumwa and Marshalltown. Bulldog girls 4-8, looking for their third win in a row. Marshalltown 1-12. Addison Ransom will jump it up against Kaylin Smith. Bulldogs in red, Bobcats in white. The ball in the air, the tip controlled by Ottumwa. They move right to left as we look at it here in the opening half. Camden Krause into the front court. Marshalltown picks up man-to-man. Krause over to the right side finds Riley Heinbaugh. Heinbaugh around to pick up top. Kicks it out to Nellie Morgan. Morgan left wing for Krause. Krause around to pick, goes up top to Ransom. Ransom to the right side, backdoor cut underneath the Maya Fuller, layup good. Ransom the assist, Fuller the bucket, she stays hot. After getting 15 last week, Bulldogs press Marshalltown up 2-0. In the backcourt, Lily Roberts dribbles it right, racing into the front court, slows up at the volleyball line. Shadowed closely by Fuller. Ottumwa playing man-to-man as they always do. Ball goes left side for Amaya Moore. Moore, a handoff to Sarah Huffman. Huffman underneath, pass across the baseline, back to Roberts, brings it out right wing, picked up her dribble, throw it up top. Tough catch, but gathered in by Rachel Smith. Smith over to the left side, spins back to the free throw line, picked up her dribble, bounce it left wing for Kaylin Smith. Now into the corner for Huffman. Huffman, guarded closely by Krause, penetrates and called for the travel before she could kick it back out. Good stifling man-to-man defense on that first possession there for Ottumwa. Our first quarter brought to you by Canteen Lunch in the Alley, serving the best loose meat sandwiches and homemade pies in Ottumwa. Bulldogs up 2-0. Just over a minute gone opening quarter. Krause through the M and the Bobcat logo in the midcourt circle. Throw it right wing for Heinbaugh. Around a Ransom pick up top. Picked up her dribble, needs some help. Tried to go underneath, knocked loose by Fuller, recovered by Ransom, but then she's stripped, but we get a whistle and a foul on Marshalltown. I believe they're going to call Sarah Huffman for this one. Yes, they do. Her first. Krause to throw the inbounds pass from the baseline. Tried to go underneath to Ransom, knocked out of bounds by Rachel Smith. Ottumwa inbound from the other side of the basket. Marshalltown did a full renovation of this roundhouse a few years ago, and you got to give the Bobcats credit. This is a very nice facility. The old school roundhouse. The inbounds goes to Ransom underneath. The layup no, but she's fouled, and Ransom will shoot two. Kaylin Smith called for her first, team foul number 2. Ransom at the line, 48% on the season, but getting better. First one on the way, off the rim, no good. This is a tough place to shoot. The background here is only really replicated at Lincoln, and it's still not quite the same, and nobody else has a roundhouse gym. At least nobody that we play. Second free throw rattles out, no good, but Morgan the offensive rebound. Nellie Morgan kicks it out to Fuller right side. Now up top to Krause. She'll back it up. Ottumwa resets. Right wing to Fuller. Around a Ransom pick. Pull-up jumper from the free throw line. Banked it in. Maya Fuller's got both Ottumwa buckets. It's 4-0 Bulldogs. Ottumwa pressuring. Huffman gets it into Smith. Right back to Huffman. Krause chases her into the front court. Pass goes to the right block for Kaylin Smith. And a whistle, and she traveled. She's trying to lean into a pass there. Probably need to use one dribble to get herself in a better position. So that's 2 possessions and 2 turnovers forced defensively by Ottumwa. They've got the ball in a 4-0 lead. 2 minutes gone first quarter. Krause throws it left side for Ransom. Now to the wing, Heinbaugh. Riley trying to drive, cut off by Rachel Smith. Bounces it underneath to Ransom. Layup good from the left side. The pullback and then the pass underneath to the Ransom made the diagonal cut. Timeout Marshalltown, 6-0 Dogs. Back in 30 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. people that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
You're watching Bulldog basketball on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
After the timeout, Marshalltown breaks the Ottumwa press quickly. They've got in the front court, right wing driving. Lily Roberts cut off at the baseline, kick it out to the corner for Rachel Smith. Tries to go underneath, knocked away by Ransom as they try to go to Kaylin Smith, but a whistle and a foul on Ottumwa. Ransom will get caught for the reach in there, her first foul of the game on Ottumwa. They lead 6-0, 5:36 to go opening quarter. Roberts will inbound from the baseline. Marshalltown throws it to the wing for Kaylin Smith, into the corner for Roberts. Roberts out to the wing, nearly lost it. Kraus knocked it away, loose ball. Roberts gets it back. Kraus diving for it. Lob it to Huffman. Kind of pushes it out to Kaylin Smith, up top to Roberts. Bulldogs did a good job getting back defensively. Step back jumper by Roberts is good, though. And Lily Roberts has the Bobcats on the board. Their leading scorer at 7.2 points per game. She has her first bucket, 6-2 the score. Kraus again through the midcourt circle, goes left side to Fuller. Around the Morgan pick. Oh, they're going to call Morgan for an illegal screen. I thought Huffman was pushing through Morgan there. But Nellie Morgan called for the foul, her first. And now both the Ottumwa post players have one foul each, Ransom and Morgan. Inbound in the backcourt. Goes to Huffman. Kraus pressures her across the timeline. Over to the right wing. A lob underneath through the hands of Roberts and out of bounds. They tried to sneak her open underneath the hoop, although if she had caught that, she was too far under the basket to take a shot, but it went through her hands and out of bounds anyway. Already 3 turnovers by Marshalltown. That's what Ottumwa wants. Kraus back into the front court, up high on the right side this time. Throw toward the corner for Heinbaugh. Down to the block for Ransom. Pivots, trying to go up against Smith. Now back out to Heinbaugh, up top to Fuller. Gets it to a cutting Ransom in the lane. Kick it out left corner. Morgan will try a 3. Off the rim, no. Long rebound, fought for, out of bounds. Last touched by Marshalltown. It'll stay with Ottumwa. I think the official said red, but never pointed that way. But the ball belongs to the Bulldogs. Inbound to the left corner, Ransom to the wing, Heinbaugh. Back to the corner. Got Kraus open for a look at a 3. Too strong, and the rebound caught by Rachel Smith underneath, then a reach-in foul, and that's Nellie Morgan. That's her second. And that was the kind of foul that Coach Vandenberg does not want any of his players giving, especially his talented freshman post player. Nellie checks out, and Hunter Caldwell comes in, the 5'9" freshman. And Ottumwa pressures, inbounds to Roberts, back to Rachel Smith. Lobs it across the timeline, threw it away right to Fuller, gets it to Kraus, but poked out of her hands. It'll roll to Heinbaugh. And Heinbaugh called for a travel as she tried to figure out where to go with the ball from there. She was trying to slow things up and look for maybe a trailer cutting to the rim, but dragged the pivot foot. A little sloppy here by both teams, 4:11 to go first quarter. Bulldog basketball brought to you by Josh Brenda and the team at Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home. Marshalltown throws it away. Oh, they say it was deflected. I don't know about that. From up here, it looked like Roberts just threw it away trying to get it back to Huffman. Another sub for Ottumwa here. Fuller checks out. Kennedy Hugan is in. 5'5" senior. This is the first game Hugan has not started, although she's been an important part of Ottumwa's lineup, especially defensively. Also had 7 assists in a win last week. Driving all the way to the rim is Rachel Smith. The layup no good, but the rebound on the weak side to Amaya Moore. Kicks it out to Roberts, up top to Huffman. Marshalltown resets. Now Huffman drives, got in the lane, tried to throw it in the corner for Roberts, overhead and out of bounds. Huffman should have continued to the rim there. She had a straight line to the basket and instead tried to kick it out and turn it over. 3:42 to go opening quarter. Ottumwa scored the first 3 buckets of the game. They still lead 6-2. Marshalltown now in a zone. Ball goes high post for Ransom. Left baseline, Briley Yeager, who's checked in. Back to Kraus on the wing. Up top for Kennedy. Hugan drives to the corner, gets it Caldwell. Underneath to a cutting Ransom. Double teamed in the lane, kicks it out to Hugan. 3 on the way. off the backboard and the rim, no good. Rebound to Caldwell, back out to Hugan, left wing to Kraus. Ottumwa continues the possession. Kraus backs away, throws it right side to Hugan. Shot fake, dribbles baseline, cut off, tried to fire a pass through a couple of hands, and it was stolen. Marshalltown back the other way. Huffman races into the front court, guarded by Yeager. Over to the right side, up high. All the way over to the Bobcat logo, and Yeager reaches in and bats the ball out of bounds. Marshalltown will make a substitution for the first time. And they bring in Melina Kammerer, a 5'8" senior who averages about a half point a game. Huffman will inbound from the sideline, throws it into Roberts up at the volleyball line. Over on the right side, around a pick. Drives baseline, cut off, puts it high off the glass, too strong, but a whistle and a foul here, and I think Marshalltown's going to the line. Kennedy Hugan called for the foul, her first. Already 4 team fouls on Ottumwa here in the opening quarter. Lily Roberts at the line shooting 2. 69% on the season. First one is good. Her first point of the night, or her third point of the night, pardon me. She has all 3 Marshalltown points, and it's 6-3. Bulldog basketball brought to you by Community First Credit Union with 17 locations to serve you. One more free throw here for Roberts, and that one rattles home. Ottumwa's lead down to 6-4. Kraus across the timeline for OHS. Throws it right corner for Hugan. Looks underneath, not there. Now drives baseline. Kicks it left corner for Caldwell. To the wing, Kraus. 3 on the way. Count it! Camden Kraus with the three-pointer, brought to you by Shelter Insurance and Marvin Boyer, your local agent in Ottumwa. Bulldogs open up a 5-point lead, 9-4. They'll set up pressure. Roberts gets it in to Huffman, right back to Roberts. Hugan picks up Roberts, who crosses over, races across the timeline. Double team comes, throws it left side. Saved by Huffman in the corner. Try to throw it back to Roberts. That gets away. She saves it at midcourt, but then, well, she was either out of bounds or was an over and back violation, but either way, it's a Ottumwa ball. I believe it was ruled out of bounds before it got to the center line because Ottumwa was inbounding near its own bench. Marshalltown in what looks like a 1-2-2 zone. Ball goes right side to Caldwell. Underneath, tough catch by Ransom. Looking for some help, had it stripped. Marshalltown with a steal. They nearly throw it away, but Huffman rescues it. And now dribbles around Briley Yeager into the front court to the free throw line. Lob underneath, too tall and out of bounds. Looking for Kaylin Smith, but that pass was way too high. 9-4 Ottumwa, minute 45 to go opening quarter. Kraus, left side to Yeager, to the corner Hugan. Penetrates, skip pass right wing Caldwell. To the corner Kraus. Back to Caldwell, left side for Yeager. She drives in, splits defenders, nearly lost it, kick it out to Caldwell. Hunter tries a 3, off the rim, no, and the rebound fought for and tied up. We get a held ball. The arrow favors Marshalltown, 1:24 to go in the quarter. Subs for both teams, Chloe Bradley in for OHS, a 5'7" senior. For Marshalltown, Rachel Smith returns, replacing Sarah Huffman. Sophie Youngkin, by the way, the 5'9" senior, checked in at the previous dead ball as the inbounds pass nearly stolen by Kraus and then last touched. It was last touched by, they're going to give that ball to Marshalltown. That ball was clearly touched by Kammerer going out of bounds, but then one official overruled the other. And now Kraus steals the inbounds pass, but stepped on the sideline over there by the scorer's table before she could get it to Hugan. Minute 19 to go. Inbounds thrown towards the backcourt for Rachel Smith. Races across the timeline. And a whistle. And they've called a technical foul on Coach Vandenberg, and he's got his hands out saying, what did I do? Or do they call a warning? I know they called a technical foul. I know, or I'm pretty sure, I can't hear from way up here, but I'm pretty sure I know what he was complaining about. It was the out-of-bounds call on that initial one where Kraus touched it, then Kammerer reached out and whacked it out of bounds for some reason, and then one of the officials apparently didn't see it and ruled it was Marshalltown's ball. So the first technical free throw for Roberts is good. The second one also good. So that makes it 9-6. And now Coach Vandenberg has to sit down while the ball is in play for the remainder of the game. If that is what he was disputing, it was a very bad call. It was a bad play by Kammerer, and then one of the officials bailed her out. But now Marshalltown throws it away. Caldwell gets the steal. Up ahead to Hugon right side. Bulldogs don't have numbers. Hugon out to the corner underneath for Chloe Bradley. Puts it up high off the glass. No, but a whistle and a foul. And Chloe Bradley will shoot two with just under a minute to go in the quarter. Sophie Youngkin gets her first. Team foul number 3 on Marshalltown. Bradley at the line, hoping to improve, just 1 of 11 on the season. First one here, off the front of the rim, no good. All Bulldog free throws brought to you by Allstate Insurance and David Wildbrenner, your local Allstate Insurance agent, offering financial services and insurance for auto, life, home, and more. Second free throw short, rebound to Youngkin underneath. The Ottumwa was 0 for 4 from the line early. They still lead 9-6. Roberts into the front court, trying to drive on Hugon right side. Kennedy cuts her off nicely. Out to the wing, Kammerer, up top for Rachel Smith. Dribbles to the right elbow, backs away. Guarded by Yeager. Crosses over, takes it left side, now spins back to the right. Goes underneath for Youngkin, turn around off the glass short, but a whistle and a foul on Ottumwa. With 34.9 seconds remaining in the quarter, Chloe Bradley will get her first. Team foul number 5. Pardon me, team foul number 6. And the first free throw by Youngkin is good. She's only 51% from the line, but she hits the first, and it's 9-7 as Huffman checks in for Roberts. Well, Ottumwa got out to the early 6-0 lead, and you thought this might be like previous games against Marshalltown, but Bulldogs only have 1 bucket since. Second free throw, no good. Bradley with the rebound, so it's 9-7. 30 seconds to go in the quarter. Up ahead to Hugon, right corner, underneath to Caldwell. Turnaround off the glass, got it to go. Hunter Caldwell with the bucket. Hugon with the assist. 11-7 Dogs. Racing to the right side in the backcourt is Huffman. Now crosses over across the timeline. Guarded by Hugon. Trying to drive baseline. Kennedy cuts her off nicely. Throw it underneath to a cutting Kammerer, but the layup too strong, and the rebound to Caldwell. 6 seconds, 5 seconds. Across the timeline, Kraus crosses over. Running 3 at the buzzer. Back iron, no, and that's how the first quarter ends. 11-7 Dogs back in 1 minute on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Wondering what to have for lunch or supper? Stop in and see Mike and his team at Mike's Pizza and Steakhouse. Whether you want amazing Greek food, pasta, salads, sandwiches, fish, chicken, steak, or the best pizza in town, they have what you want. They are always open for carryout, and their full menu is available at mikespizzasteakhouse.com. Thank you, Southern Iowa, for making Mike's Pizza and Steakhouse your favorite restaurant and your favorite pizza place. Proud to support the Ottumwa Bulldogs.
Opa! Hello, this is Lisa Bittner, Clinic Manager with Mercy One Ottumwa Family and Internal Medicine. We specialize in pediatrics to geriatrics, internal medicine, and family practice, basically from babies to grandparents. We are here for you. We want to be your primary care provider. Call us at 641-683-0800 to schedule an appointment. Mercy One Ottumwa Family and Internal Medicine Clinic, 522 North Hancock Street in Ottumwa. Your best life, our one purpose. Visit mercyone.org.
You're watching Bulldog Basketball on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Start of the second quarter, Ottumwa with the ball in the lead. Your Bulldog girls up 11-7 here at Marshalltown. Camden Kraus in the front court. Had the ball knocked out of her hands, got it back. Throws it, tried to go backdoor to Fuller. Fuller tried to save it over her head, but it's out of bounds as Maya went several steps up into the bleachers behind the bucket there. So Ottumwa turns it over. Second quarter brought to you by Canteen Lunch in the Alley, serving the best loose meat sandwiches and homemade pies in Ottumwa. Fuller fell down on the Marshalltown inbound. That allows Huffman to race all the way in, feeds it across to Kaylin Smith, who lays it in, and Marshalltown's within 2 at 11-9. Kraus behind the volleyball line, throw it right side for Fuller, around a pick, and a nice pick and roll, but Ransom missed the layup, got her own rebound, put back good. Fuller made the perfect pass to Ransom, short arm the first layup, but got the second. Ransom's got 4. Ottumwa back up by 4, 13-9. And now a foul in the backcourt as Fuller was trying to pressure Lily Roberts. Maya Fuller called for her first, and that's team foul number 7 already on Ottumwa. That includes a technical on Vandenberg, Coach Vandenberg. And so Roberts at the line where she's already 4 for 4 on the night, shooting a 1-and-1. Puts the first one up and got the roll. Marshalltown now 6 of 7 from the line. Fuller's got 7, or pardon me, Roberts has 7 points. That's already on her average. Second free throw, also good. And it's 13-11. Kraus left side to Yeager. Marshalltown a little zone pressure. Back to Kraus across the timeline. Dribbles down to the baseline. She's bumped by Roberts, and that'll be the first foul on the leading scorer for the Bobcats. Team foul number 4. 7:07 on the clock, second quarter. Ottumwa up by 2. Kraus to throw the inbounds from the baseline. Throws it right wing to Yeager. Marshalltown in his zone. Ball goes up top to Fuller. To the right side for Kraus. Around the Morgan pick. Bounce it up top to Fuller. Left side Yeager. Briley a 3 on the way. Back iron no. Rebound on the weak side to Kaylin Smith for the Bobcats. Marshalltown a chance to tie or take the lead here. Rachel Smith into the front court, guarded closely by Yeager. Brings it back towards the middle. Now over to the right side. Curls down, mounts it to the baseline for Smith. Kaylin Smith, that is. And she tried to get it to Roberts on the wing, and Fuller knocked it out of bounds in the corner. Stays with the Bobcats, 6:31 to go, second quarter. Roberts trying to get it in from the corner, gets it on the wing to Huffman, who cradles it with both arms. Now goes around a pick. Tried to throw it back to Moore, who set the pick, and the ball gets out towards midcourt. Yeager came up with it, but a whistle and a foul here. And they're going to say Yeager committed a foul getting to that ball, so that'll put Marshalltown back at the line. Briley Yeager, her first, team foul number 8 on Ottumwa. And again, it's Roberts, and she's who you don't want to foul right now. She's 6 for 6 from the line. Yeager checks out. Hugan back in for Ottumwa. And Roberts steps to the line with her second 1-and-1 of the game. And misses the front end, though, rebound to Nellie Morgan. Ottumwa caught a bit of a break there. Kraus into the front court. Moore reaching in repeatedly, and the second time they call the foul. Amaya Moore picks up her first, team foul number 5 on the Bobcats. Bulldogs need to take a little bit better care of the basketball right now. They've been a little sloppy. Inbound to Ransom left side, hands it back to Fuller on the wing. Maya dribbles baseline. Tough pass knocked away, but Morgan recovers weak side up top to Kraus. Dribbles left side, gets it on the wing to Maya. Fuller lobs it underneath for Ransom, goes up. Oh, they call it travel. Boy, a lot of contact in there, but they call it travel on Ransom. That didn't look like a travel to me. It was awkward, but it didn't look like an extra step. Inbound to Rachel Smith. Dribbles across the timeline, shadowed by Hugan. Smith over to the right, now back to the middle. Tries to spin down the lane, cut off. Throws it back behind her to Huffman. Huffman to the right on a dribble. Dribble it off her foot and out of bounds. Oh, they say that's off of Ottumwa. How is that off of Ottumwa? Huffman dribbled it off her own foot, and they rule it Marshalltown ball. That makes no sense. Second out of bounds called. It's made no sense in this game. And, well, if you believe in karma, a 5-second call on Marshalltown will give the ball back to Ottumwa anyway. 5:40 to go until halftime. Bulldogs nursing a 2-point lead. Inbound to Kraus. Marshalltown maybe looking to trap at midcourt. Goes across the line to Kraus. And she's fouled as she tried to get it back to Fuller at midcourt. Marshalltown did try to trap, but too aggressively. And Amaya Moore just picked up her second foul. First Bobcat to get to 2 fouls. She stays in the game as the inbounds comes to Kraus. Across the timeline. Throws it left side for Nellie Morgan. Morgan in some trouble, but bounces in the corner to Fuller. And a 3-second call goes against Ottumwa. I didn't see who was even in the lane. Usually when the ball's stuck in the corner, you don't get a 3-second call underneath. Inbound to Smith, gets it over to Lily Roberts. Roberts across the timeline, shadowed right now by Fuller. Throws it back out to Rachel Smith up high on the right side. Crosses over, gets it behind her to Huffman. Huffman drives down the lane. Left-handed layup is good, and we're tied at 13. Sarah Huffman's first bucket. Someone led this game early 6-0, and they were up 9-4 later in the first, but Marshalltown's tied it. Ottumwa's gone cold offensively. And nearly thrown away, saved by Fuller, but it goes in the arms of Smith, and now Marshalltown can take the lead as the Bulldogs are not handling that half-court trap by Marshalltown very well at all. Smith walks it into the front court, takes it over to the right side, and a whistle away from the ball, and I think we get an illegal screen on Marshalltown here. And they'll get Kaylin Smith for her second foul. It's team foul number 7, but you don't get free throws on a player control foul. Smith will check out. Sophie Youngkin back in for Marshalltown. Inbounds comes to Kraus across the timeline right side. And her pass knocked out of bounds by Huffman. Boy, Ottumwa can't even get into any semblance of an offense right now. They're putting Amaya Moore, the 5'10" sophomore, at the top of this 1-2-2 or maybe 1-3-1 zone, and it's giving Kraus fits right now. That ball nearly knocked away. Now Kraus dribbles around Moore, throws it into the corner. Morgan tries a 3, off the rim, no. Rebound tipped out to Fuller. Fuller kicks it to the corner. A 3 on the way by Hugan, too strong. Weak side rebound, run down by Rachel Smith. Smith into the front court. Feeds it behind her to Huffman. Got to take away her left hand here. That's how she got the layup before. Dribbles to the right side, maybe setting up a crossover here. No. Tries to throw it to Roberts. Knocked away by Fuller all the way to Kraus. Kraus racing to the other end up against Huffman. No good. Rebound Marshalltown. No call on that contact, and now Marshalltown takes a timeout. Tied at 13, 3:45 to go until the half. Back in 30 seconds on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
We know now more than ever how important high-speed fiber internet is to our customers, ranging from at-home work, at-home schooling, and all of your online gaming and streaming requests. We have you covered, but don't wait. Our springtime queue is filling up fast, and I want to help you get your name on that list. Call me, Samantha, your local Lisco sales rep at 641-209-5400. That's 209-5400, or visit our website at www.lisco.com.
Ottumwa High basketball brought to you by Dr. Dwayne Petrito at Petrito Orthodontics in Ottumwa and Oskaloosa, where they want to give you a smile that lasts a lifetime. Call today for an appointment. By Sonic Drive-In, featuring made-to-order American classics, signature menu items, and speedy service from friendly car hops. Cruise on over to Sonic, North 63 next to Walgreens for the ultimate Sonic experience. And by William Penn University's Iowa Pride Scholarship, geared towards high school seniors. Learn how you can pay $5,000 or less per year. Visit wmpenn.edu/Iowa Pride to find out more. Marshalltown inbounding in a tie game, 13-13 in our girls matchup, 3:40 to go until halftime. Bulldogs only have one basket this second quarter. Huffman gets around Kraus, cut off, kick it up top to Youngkin, and Youngkin's called for a travel as she tried to drive. Now, I complain a lot about travel calls, but that particular one there is one that I think should be called because Youngkin did a shot fake but also started moving her feet. The shot fake's got to come first there. Sub for Marshalltown. Lainey Danielson, a 5'9" freshman, is in. Kraus trying to get away from pressure up top. Throw it left side to Fuller. In the corner to Morgan. She'll try another 3. Off the rim, no. Long rebound. Tipped out and controlled by Danielson. I'm not sure Nellie Morgan taking 3s in the corner is a shot Ottumwa wants. She had been just 1 for 1 on the season. Now a loose ball in the front court, and we get a held ball. Not sure how that was a held ball. It was kind of laying at the feet of 2 Marshalltown players on the ground, and Kraus went down and picked it up. Arrow favors the Bobcats here. Roberts inbounds it to Rachel Smith. Smith over to the right side, all the way down to the baseline, cut off. Kicks it out to Yunkin. Yunkin out to the wing for Huffman. Huffman, boy, carrying the ball on that dribble. Goes underneath for Yunkin. Turnaround fadeaway jumper, no good. Rebound loose on the floor. Danielson picks it up. She gets tied up by Riley Heinbaugh, and the arrow this time favors Ottumwa. Bulldogs need to be a little more aggressive in going after that rebound initially so they don't end up having to use a possession arrow to get the ball back. Still tied at 13, 2:40 to go until halftime. Krause into the front court, goes to the right corner. Heinbaugh thought about the three, and then tried to dribble out of the corner, had it knocked out of her hands and out of bounds into the Marshalltown bench. Fuller will inbound this time for OHS. Goes to Krause up high on the right. Dribbles to the top of the key, to the left corner, Morgan. Lob underneath for Ransom. Turnaround shot partially blocked, got her own rebound. Put back good, counted in the foul. Addison Ransom with a chance for a three-point play. Big bucket for Ottumwa as they retake the lead. The foul is on Danielson, the freshman, her first. Team foul number 8 on the Bobcats. Ransom 0 for 2 from the line tonight, 48% on the season. And this free throw, in and out, no good. Rebound to Yunkin. Ottumwa 0 for 5 from the line. Boy, all the progress they've made from the free throw line the last couple of weeks, not present tonight. Smith on the right side gives it to Roberts. Tries a three, no good. Rebound to Fuller. And here comes Ottumwa leading by 2. Krause into the front court. Throws it left side for Morgan. Pivots. Kicks it back to Krause. Tough catch. And boy, a silly foul there by Danielson trying to reach around Krause to get that ball after it was gone. Lainey Danielson, her second foul, team foul number 9. And that'll send Krause to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. Camden 53% on the season before she puts the first one up. Morgan will check out. Briley Yeager in for OHS. Marshalltown will counter with Melena Kammerer, replacing Rachel Smith. And even 2 minutes on the clock here. Someone trying to add to a 2-point lead. Krause needs to hit the first to earn the second. First one up. Back iron, no. Rebound tapped and controlled by Kammerer. Nearly threw it away, but it's caught by Huffman. Bulldogs just cannot buy a free throw this half. Over to the right side is Huffman. Nearly picked up her dribble. Gets it behind her to Roberts now. Roberts around a pick. Goes in the lane for Yunkin. Turnaround too strong. Rebound battled for. Yunkin somehow got it back. Missed the putback. Danielson got it back and got fouled on her attempt, and she'll shoot 2. That foul is on Krause, her first. Team foul number 9 on the Bulldogs. Lainey Danielson, her first varsity free throw, rattles home. Hit the front iron, the back iron, and went down. 15-14. And now Danielson will try to tie the game. That one no good. But then we get a lane violation anyway, so it doesn't matter. Lane violation against the Bobcats. Amaya Moore checks back in, replacing Danielson. And it'll be Moore at the top of that zone trap as Krause throws it across the timeline left side to Yeager. Lob to a cutting Ransom outside the lane left side. Kicks it back in the wing to Yeager. Up top for Fuller. Right side to Krause. Down underneath to Heinbaugh. Tried to bounce it across the lane to Ransom, but that pass was thrown awry and out of bounds. Well, Marshalltown is bringing a double team at every catch for Ottumwa here. Somebody's got to be open underneath eventually. Right now the Bulldogs having trouble figuring it out. Huffman into the front court, and a bump from the side by Yeager. Boy, they are blowing whistles like crazy in this first half. Briley Yeager got her second foul. That's team foul number 10, so Sarah Huffman at the line shooting 2. Huffman, though, only 26% from the line on the season, which naturally means she's going to make both of these. First one up, off the back iron, no good. So, yeah, I canceled my own announcer's jinx there. I reversed it. One more free throw here for the sophomore. In and out, no good. Rebound to Heinbaugh. Still 15-14 Ottumwa. Heinbaugh into the front court, past 2 defenders. Pulls up left side, jumper, back iron, no, and the rebound to Youngkin underneath. Boy, not a bad idea there, and the shot was on line just a little bit too strong. Under a minute to go in the half, Ottumwa nursing a 1-point lead. Marshalltown with the ball trailing 15-14. Huffman trying to drive, had it poked out of her hands by Yeager, picked up by Fuller, and Fuller is bumped as she tried to race into the front court. That's on Amaya Moore, and that's her third. That's big, as Moore has been the key to that trapping defense up top with her height, but she gets her third foul. And Maya Fuller at the line shooting 2, as that's team foul number 10 on the Bobcats. Fuller's first free throw rattles home, and Ottumwa's finally made a free throw. Maya came in 3 for 4 from the line on the season. Subs for both teams here. Let's see, Kaylin Smith back in for Marshalltown, as is Rachel Smith. Kennedy Hugan back in for Ottumwa. Maya Fuller's got 5 points. One more free throw here, trying to put Ottumwa up by 3. And she knocks them both down. 17-14. Bulldogs widen the gap a little bit. 45 seconds go until halftime. Smith lobs it underneath to Kaylin Smith, who shot as high off the backboard, no good. Rebound to Kennedy Hugan, nearly lost it. Got it up ahead to Fuller in the front court. Underneath to a cutting Ransom, the layup, no. Got her own rebound, put back, no. A foul on the floor before the shot. So instead of the bucket, she put it back in on the putback, but they say no shot. Ransom will shoot 2. And Kaylin Smith just got her third foul. Ransom is 0 for 3 from the line tonight. 29 seconds to go in the half. First free throw on the way. Good. Addison finally got one to go down. She's got 7. 18-14. Kaylin Smith checks out. Lainey Danielson back in. Marshalltown's got big-time foul trouble with its post players. Moore has 3. Kaylin Smith has 3. Danielson just checked back in with 2. Second free throw too strong. We get a whistle, though, and a lane violation. I think that's the same thing they called on Marshalltown, the shooter leaving the line too early. So 18-14, 25 seconds go until the half. Let's see if Marshalltown holds for 1. Rachel Smith over to the right wing, kind of clear it out for her. Going to the post for Roberts, back out to Smith. Dribbles, spins down the lane, cut off, bounce it to the elbow. Kammerer with the elbow jumper, no good. Rebound across the 10 seconds. Ottumwa's got a chance. Long pass left side for Fuller, off her hand, stolen by Smith. And Marshalltown will let time expire. Bulldogs ahead 18-14 at the half. We'll take a 3-minute timeout, come back, and bring you the Benchwarmers halftime show on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
It's more than an education. It's more than a degree. William Penn University is alive with opportunity. Opportunity in a diverse student body. Opportunity in a staff that works with your budget. Opportunity in over 30 programs of study. Opportunity in a classroom where your voice is heard. Find your future and the opportunities waiting for you. Start your planning today at wmpenn.edu and see why William Penn University is alive with opportunity.
Godfrey's Ale House is Ottumwa's premier sports bar and restaurant with something for everyone. Whether you're wanting to have dinner with the family or meet up with friends to have some drinks while watching the game on the TVs, Godfrey's is the place to be. You can even kick back and unwind on their patio with a few drinks after a day at work. Godfrey's stands out for their inviting atmosphere, delicious food, and friendly service. Experience it for yourself at Godfrey's Ale House across from North Hy-Vee in Ottumwa.
In Searcy, Arkansas, a young man says I love you for the first time, but his girlfriend doesn't quite hear. In Franklin, Tennessee, a boy encounters his first pickle. And in Kyle, Texas, after a mission for tots, cousins realize they're a long way from Kyle, Texas. One day, many people, millions of orders. This is Howie Sonic.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
There are heroes among us, courageous men and women who bravely answer the call to put our safety above their own. As a proud American company and a leading supplier of vehicles to the U.S. military, it's our privilege to say thanks for your service with Polaris Heroes Advantage, an exclusive appreciation program for America's active military, veterans, and first responders.
Stop into Slayton Polaris, located 8 miles south and west of Pulaski.
You're watching Bulldog Basketball on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
We are at halftime. Welcome into the Benchwarmers Halftime Show. Benchwarmers on Romer Avenue in Ottumwa. Enjoy their delicious soup and salad bar with hot food items, or try the daily lunch special. Don't forget their famous wings with over 20 sauces available. At the half, Ottumwa with a much narrower lead than they wanted over Marshalltown. They do lead 18-14, but it has been a struggle here in the first half after the Bulldogs had a week off, thanks in part to the snow out last Friday when they were supposed to play Des Moines Roosevelt. It's been a week between games, and you can tell. Scoring for Ottumwa in the first half, Addison Ransom leads the Bulldogs with 7. Maya Fuller has 6. Camden Krause with 3. And Hunter Caldwell has 2. For Marshalltown, they're being led by Lily Roberts, who has 8 points. Not a lot of help for her, though. Sarah Huffman has 2, Kaylin Smith has 2, Lainey Danielson has 1, and Sophie Youngkin has 1. Free throws. One reason Ottumwa doesn't have a bigger lead is they've struggled at the free throw line. They're just 3 for 9 from the charity stripe. Meanwhile, Marshalltown is 7 for 12. Free throws in the early going kept them in the game. And foul trouble, they called a lot of fouls in the first half. Marshalltown got the worst of it. 2 of their starters, post players Amaya Moore and Kaylin Smith, have 3 fouls each, and Lainey Danielson, one of their backup post players, has 2 fouls. For Ottumwa, Briley Yeager and Nellie Morgan have 2 fouls each. Nobody else has more than 1. So at the half, a narrow lead for Ottumwa, 18-14. What do the Bulldogs need to do in the second half? Well, they're going to have to find a better way to handle that zone pressure that Marshalltown switched to early in the second quarter. As the Bulldogs were fine when Marshalltown played man-to-man, but as soon as they went to that pressuring zone and they put one of their post players, usually Amaya Moore, up top, that caused all sorts of trouble for OHS. They have to find a better way to deal with that, although Marshalltown may not be able to be as aggressive with it in the second half because Moore picked up her 3rd foul right before halftime, and either that'll negate her aggressiveness or she'll foul out of this game a lot earlier than the Bobcats would like. So OHS needs to take better care of the ball, find a way to deal with that pressure, and then defensively, Ottumwa's been fine. They've only allowed 7 points in each of the first 2 quarters. That's a pace that should win you most games. But Ottumwa's got to be aware that these officials are blowing the whistles early and often. There's a lot of fouls called in this game. There's really not a lot of flow to this game, and the officials have had something to do with that. But Ottumwa's got to do a better job of defending without fouling and not give Marshalltown chances at the free throw line to stay close. If Ottumwa can find the rhythm they had in their games last week against Burlington and Des Moines East, then the Bulldogs should be able to pull away in the second half. But if they keep making mistakes on the offensive end, turning it over, and they keep committing fouls on the defensive end, they can let Marshalltown hang around. And this is a Marshalltown team that's probably got a lot more confidence now than they did when the game began because they've been able to keep it close, even in a season where they're only 1-12. So Bulldogs just need to execute the fundamentals better in the second half, and that's part of the challenge of having a team with so many freshmen in the rotation. The execution sometimes can be up and down, and Ottumwa's got to get it on the upswing in the second half. That'll do it for the Benchwarmers halftime show. We'll take 3 more minutes, come back and get you the start of the second half on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
Schroeder Graphics and Signs, LLC, across the road from RJ Performance, is your go-to headquarters for all things custom designed, including vehicle wraps, printing, signs, billboards, and state-of-the-art commercial lighted signs. They also do window designs, semis, and VIN DOTs, wall designs, any size of coolers, customized bag boards, custom trailers, tumblers, race cars, go-karts, off-road vehicles, and more. Realtors, contact them for your custom yard signs, too. Visit sgsignsllc.com and like them on Facebook. Schroeder Graphics, be a brand above. Performance Pipe in Bloomfield is hiring. They have 3 classifications open for hire: molding operators, a molding setup, and a maintenance position. Performance Pipe offers a competitive benefit package including medical, life insurance, pension plan, 401k, paid vacation, and holidays. Applicants must be 18 years or older, have a high school diploma or GED, and a valid driver's license. To apply, go to cpchem.com. Click Careers, type in Bloomfield to see the details of each job and apply for the one that best suits you. Or Google Performance Pipe in Bloomfield and ask for D. Chevron Phillips Chemical Company is an equal opportunity affirmative action employer.
At Family First Chiropractic, it is our goal to get you and your family as healthy as possible and keep you healthy for the rest of your life. We deliver an elevated level of care for the entire family. We approach healthcare from a holistic view, incorporating multiple chiropractic techniques and physical therapy to ensure that our patients achieve the best results as fast as possible. We believe you deserve the best. A little preventative care now will eliminate pain management in later years. We want our kids to grow and live an active, healthy lifestyle. Get your family checked at Family First Chiropractic.
In Searcy, Arkansas, a young man says I love you for the first time, but his girlfriend doesn't quite hear. In Franklin, Tennessee, a boy encounters his first pickle. And in Kyle, Texas, after a mission for tots, cousins realize they're a long way from Kyle, Texas. One day, many people, millions of orders. This is Howie Sonic.
You're watching Bulldog basketball on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Just about ready to start the second half. Your Ottumwa girls have an 18-14 lead here on the road at the MHS Roundhouse in Marshalltown. Jason Van Arkel with you. Annie Argo, our on-site video producer. Parker Stevens running the radio broadcast back at the KBIZ studios. It's Marshalltown ball. The Bulldogs have Maya Fuller, Addison Ransom, Nellie Morgan, Camden Krause, Briley Yeager on the floor. Marshalltown Lily Roberts, Rachel Smith, Sarah Huffman, Kaylin Smith, and Amaya Moore. Roberts throws into the right wing. It's off the leg of Rachel Smith and out of bounds on the far side. And Ottumwa will get the ball off a Marshalltown turnover 10 seconds into the third quarter. Third quarter brought to you by Canteen Lunch in the Alley, serving the best loose meat sandwiches and homemade pies in Ottumwa. Krause goes left side for Yeager. Pass underneath deflected. Briley got it back, drives in, cut off in the lane, and called for a travel. She dribbled into a jump stop in the lane. A jump stop is not a travel. Marshalltown back the other way, and now a whistle away from the ball. And what do we have here? I have an illegal screen against the Bobcats. And that is the fourth foul on Kaylin Smith. First foul of the second half is 4 fouls on Kaylin Smith. They bring in Sophie Yunkin to replace her, but Smith may find herself sitting for a while. So Ottumwa into the front court, still up by 4. Kraus in the midcourt circle, right side to Yeager. Around a Morgan pick into the lane. Kicks it out to Ransom up top. Tough catch. Backdoor not there. Gets it on the wing to Kraus. Left side. Camden up top and knocked away from Morgan. And Kraus got it back, but Nellie Morgan trying to fight for that ball got called for a foul as Huffman hit the deck. And Nellie Morgan becomes the first Bulldog to get to 3 fouls. Tough part about that one is the ball's deflection was going to Kraus anyway. Morgan was fighting for a ball that she wasn't going to get, but Huffman wasn't going to get either. Smith lost the dribble. It rolls out to the wing, picked up by Amaya Moore. She goes down to the baseline, cut off by Morgan. Kicks it out to Smith. 1 dribble, a 3 from the right side, off the rim, no good. Got her own rebound on the baseline out near the corner. Now pressured, gets it underneath to Yunkin. Turn around in the lane, off the glass, and good. Sophie Yunkin has her first bucket. Marshalltown back within 2, 18-16. Marshalltown's gone back to man-to-man defense here, but the Bulldogs still a bit out of sorts offensively. Kraus picked up her dribble at midcourt, but Yeager comes to rescue her. Now around a Ransom pick. Yeager top of the key, feeds it back to Morgan. Boy, Huffman getting right up in Morgan's grill. Ball goes right side for Kraus. She goes around a pick, drives in, cut off, kick it up top to Ransom. Left side for Fuller. Fuller around a pick, and they're going to call Ransom for an illegal screen. I'm not sure why. Second one on Ransom. Nellie Morgan checks out. Hunter Caldwell in for Ottumwa. I was hoping the Bulldogs would come out with a little more sharpness here in the third quarter. Hasn't happened. They haven't scored. And their lead down to 2. Rachel Smith driving right side, got to the block, kick it out to the corner Roberts. She drives baseline and a shot fake and a drive, and there's a travel call, and that continues to be, if you've been listening to these broadcasts the last 3 seasons, you know that's my biggest pet peeve. And I know that call helps Ottumwa, but Roberts did a shot fake and then started a drive. That's not a travel, but some of these officials have been conditioned to call anything that's not just a straight dribble a travel, and that's not a travel. Ball goes up top to Kraus. Boy, Marshalltown just right up in Ottumwa's face every time. To the right side, Yeager underneath to cutting Ransom off her fingers and into the hands of Amaya Moore. Bulldogs turn it over again. Into the front court, Rachel Smith over to the right side, feeds it to Lily Roberts up high. She brings it to the top of the key. Driving right side, runner off the glass and good, and we're tied. Well, they just cleared it out, and Ottumwa's getting beat off the dribble too regularly in this game. We're tied at 18. Ball goes left side for Fuller. Wide open for a 3. Off the rim, no. Rebound to Yunkin. Now Marshalltown a chance to take their first lead of the night. Smith racing into the front court left side. Tried to bounce it to Huffman. Caught it behind her. Throw it up top to Moore. Right side to Roberts. Roberts looking underneath. Not there. Back up to Rachel Smith up high on the right side. They clear it out for Smith. Trying to drive on Fuller. Cut off. Bounce it left side for Moore. Moore hand off top of the key to Roberts. Roberts goes around a pick. Hands it off to Smith. Smith thought about a shot, but Fuller right on her. Around a pick left side, down the lane, got to the rim, missed the layup. Yunkin, the rebound, the putback, no, but a late whistle and a foul. And Sophie Yunkin's shooting too, and if that's on Ransom, that's her third. 3 fouls on Addison Ransom. So Ransom and Morgan both have 3 as the whistle fest continues. Sophie Yunkin at the line, 1 for 2 on the night. First one here is off the rim, no good. Ransom checks out Chloe Bradley in for Ottumwa. So right now the Bulldogs post players are Caldwell and Bradley. Morgan and Ransom both on the bench with 3 fouls each. Second free throw by Yunkin, left it short. Rebound, Caldwell's got it. Marshalltown, 2 free throws. Either one of them would give them the lead. They missed them both. Now Kraus, top of the key, throw it left side for Fuller. Around a Bradley pick, pull-up jumper, long 2-pointer, too strong. Rebound tapped out. Bradley Yeager's got it. Had it knocked away, but Fuller rescues it left side. Throw it underneath for Bradley. Bounce it across to Caldwell. Leans in, shot too strong. Rebound lost out of bounds. Last touch by Marshalltown. It'll stay with Ottumwa, 4:16 to go. Boy, Ottumwa there had a look inside for the lead, but not able to convert. They'll get another opportunity. Inbound to Bradley in the corner, out to the wing Fuller. Back in the corner, Kraus got away from her defender. 3 on the way. Count it! Camden Kraus with a huge three-pointer. Brought to you by Shelter Insurance and Marvin Boyer, your local agent in Ottumwa. Dogs back in front, 21-18, 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Smith over to the right side for the Bobcats. Picked up her dribble, wants to go underneath. Instead gives it to Lily Roberts on the wing. Now underneath, knocked away by Bradley, picked up by Kraus. And Kraus is tied up by Youngkin, but the arrow will favor Ottumwa. 3:48 to go. Good play by Chloe Bradley on the post defense there. And that eventually gets Ottumwa another possession, leading by 3. Ottumwa's got to find a way to convert, although Marshalltown's gone back to that zone press. Pass batted, but recovered, and now we're going to get a foul. Amaya Moore at the top of that press, knocking Kraus down, and Amaya Moore just got her 4th foul. So post players for both teams just loaded up with fouls now. Kaylin Smith and Amaya Moore have 4 each for Marshalltown. Ransom and Morgan have 3 each for Ottumwa. Moore checks out for the Bobcats, and the freshman Lainey Danielson back in. Inbounds into the corner, off the hands of Yeager and out of bounds, and I'm not sure what that pass was. Inbounding from front of the scorer's table, tried to throw a rocket into the corner. That had a low percentage of being caught. So Ottumwa gives it right back to the Bobcats, who trail by 3. Up top is Rachel Smith. Dribbles left, spins down the lane. Could have kept going, but kicked it out to Danielson. She gets it up top to Youngkin. Youngkin trying to drive, a kick out back to Huffman. Huffman left side, drives right. Throws it out to Roberts, lost it, rescued by Danielson right up against the sideline, back to Roberts, dribbles back up top. Backs it up to the volleyball line. Bobcats reset. Kind of clear it out for Roberts here. Crosses over, got around Kraus, left-handed layup, good. Boy, they're just clearing out. At this point, they're just clearing out and letting Roberts or Smith drive, and it's a 1-point game, 21-20. Ottumwa's got to sag off a little bit and have some help in there. Now Marshalltown trying to trap with the freshman Danielson. Bulldogs get it up ahead to Fuller right side against this 1-2-2 zone. Back up top, Kraus, tough catch. Drives around Danielson, kick it left corner. Yeager for 3. Off the rim, and the rebound to Roberts. Another chance for the Bobcats to take the lead. Roberts slows it up high on the left side. Throws it over to the right side for Smith. Ottumwa stays man-to-man. Smith picked up her dribble, threw it away. Stolen by Yeager. Let's see if Bradley can get down ahead of Huffman. Jump stop. Needs some help. Feeds it across to Bradley. Her shot off the rim, no. Rebound tap back to Yeager. And gets knocked down trying to get it out of the lane, and that'll be a foul on Marshalltown, and that might be the 3rd on Danielson. Laney Danielson gets her 3rd foul. Team foul number 3 on the Bobcats. Kennedy Hugan in for Ottumwa, replacing Yeager. Ottumwa leading just 21-20, 2:15 to go in the 3rd. Kraus trying to get it in. Throws it to Hugan at the free throw line. Kennedy underneath for Bradley, trying to back down, double teamed, and they'll call that a held ball. Boy, Danielson just hacked down on the arm of Chloe Bradley, gets a held ball, and the arrow favors the Bobcats. Melina Kammerer, the 5'8" senior, checks back in, replacing Rachel Smith for Marshalltown. 2:09 to go in the 3rd. Bobcats have had a few chances to go in front. They have never led in this game. But they have another opportunity here. Ottumwa needs to step up defensively. Lily Roberts through the midcourt circle. Over to the right side. They've kind of cleared it out for her. Drives baseline, and a bump foul called on Hugan. And Kennedy didn't like that call. That's her 2nd, team foul number 4. Addison Ransom back in, replacing Chloe Bradley. Roberts trying to get it in from the baseline. Throws it off the fingertips of Kammerer, out of bounds into the Marshalltown bench. Well, every time Marshalltown's had a chance to take the lead, either they've self-destructed or Ottumwa's gotten a stop. Kraus trying to get around Danielson to the top of that zone in the front court. Dribbles over to the left side, fires to the corner. Hugan, tough catch, goes underneath to Ransom. Trying to pivot in the lane, and a reach-in foul is called on Marshalltown. That is the 2nd on Lily Roberts, team foul number 4. Boy, the way these whistles are going, we're going to have a lot of free throws in the 4th quarter. Minute 41 to go in the 3rd. Inbound to the left corner to Ransom. Gets it to Fuller on the wing. Fuller trying to get away from Danielson. Goes up top to Hunter Caldwell. Right side to Hugan. Hugan driving baseline. Kick it left corner to Kraus. Kraus drives around Roberts and hits the floater from the lane off the glass and good. Camden Kraus has 8 points, all 5 Ottumwa points in this quarter. The lead back up to 3, 23-20. Huffman between the circles. Guarded by Kraus, driving right side. Got underneath, kicks it out to Roberts. A 3 on the way, that's short, and the rebound to Kraus. Bulldogs trying to add to the lead on the run. Up ahead to Ransom, nice pass. Layup no, but a foul on Yunkin, and Addison. Ransom will shoot 2. Great pass from Kraus to Ransom, racing for the right block. And Addison going to the line. It's only the second foul on Yunkin. Team foul number 5. And Ransom at the line where she is 1 for 4. First one up. Off the rim, no. Free throws continue to be a struggle for Ottumwa tonight. They're just 3 of 10 from the line. Rachel Smith is back in for Marshalltown, and for the first time we'll see Maya Gallegos, a 5'5" senior. Huffman and Kammerer go to the bench for the Bobcats. 1:04 to go third quarter. Another free throw brought to you by Allstate Insurance and David Wildbrenner, your local Allstate Insurance agent. Ransom puts it up, knocks it down, and the Bulldogs lead by 4, same as they did at halftime. Now 24-20, 1 minute to go third quarter. Smith over to the right side, brings it back up top, around a pick to the left, feeds it to Yunkin in the post, turn around off the glass, no. A late whistle and a foul. If that's on Ransom, that's her 4th. How does that official from the backside see that? And the whistle was so late, it's like he waited to see if the ball went in or not. And now Addison Ransom has 4 fouls. Team foul number 5. First free throw doesn't even hit the rim. It hits the backboard. No good. Ransom will go to the bench and Bradley back in. 51.1 seconds, third quarter. Second free throw is good for Yunkin, who has 4 points, 24-21. Sarah Huffman back in for Marshalltown, replacing Lily Roberts. And now Ottumwa is going to have to play for a while without their senior leader, Addison Ransom. Kraus crosses over, gets around Huffman. Dribbles left, got all the way in, lay it up and good. Camden Kraus around a couple of picks with the bucket. She's heating up. 7 points in the quarter, 10 in the game, 26-21, Dogs up 5. Huffman kicks it out. Yunkin will try a left wing 3. Way off, rebound to Kraus. 25 seconds to go in the quarter. Camden into the front court left side. Lobs it ahead to Fuller. Fuller back to Kraus, open, left wing 3. Count it! Camden Kraus on fire. Another three-pointer brought to you by Shelter Insurance and Marvin Boyer, your local agent in Ottumwa. 13 for Camden, 29-21, 8 seconds as Huffman crosses the timeline. Down to 5 seconds. Left side it goes. And now up top to Smith. 2 seconds. I don't think they know it. Yunkin throws it at the rim at the buzzer. No good. 29-21 back in 1 minute on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dwayne Petrito, your orthodontist in Ottumwa and Oskaloosa. Many of our patients are playing in this game, and we want you to know we are happy to see you representing your school and playing hard. If you haven't been in to see us yet, please call our office for an appointment. Your first appointment is always free. From start to finish, we are here for you every step of the way. We specialize in giving you a great smile and bite. We look forward to seeing you soon. Our team is cheering for you in today's game.
Start of the fourth quarter, Ottumwa's got the ball in the lead, 29-21 here at Marshalltown in our girls game tonight. Camden Kraus She's done yeoman's work, and she passes to a cutting Riley Heinbaugh, and she lays it in. A pass from up near midcourt to Heinbaugh on the left side. Riley's got her first bucket. Bulldogs suddenly have a 10-point lead, their biggest of the night, 31-21. Ottumwa's on a 7-0 run here. Sarah Huffman over to the right side for the Bobcats, guarded by Heinbaugh. Hands off to Rachel Smith. Krause is on her. Smith thinking about a drive, goes across the lane, kick it left wing to Huffman. Huffman guarded by Heinbaugh, got around her in the lane. The floater, no, but a foul on the help defense for Ottumwa there. That might be on, it's on Nellie Morgan, and that is her fourth. Team foul number 6. So each team has 2 post players with 4 fouls each. And the Bulldogs want a timeout here, 7:20 to go, leading by 10. We're back in 30 seconds on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
You're watching Bulldog basketball on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Ottumwa High basketball brought to you by Warehouse Barbecue. For great barbecue and cocktails in a fun, fast-paced environment. Whether it's dine-in, carry-out, or delivery, they'll take care of you. Make sure to download the Warehouse Barbecue app and like Warehouse Barbecue on Facebook. And brought to you by Reflection Studio next to New Care Pharmacy in downtown Ottumwa. Looking good doesn't happen by chance. It happens by appointment with Reflection Studio in Ottumwa. Sarah Huffman at the free throw line, shooting 2 for Marshalltown here. First one no good. Huffman 0 for 3 from the line now. Ottumwa with 6 team fouls, Marshalltown with 5. And we could see a lot of free throws over the final 7 minutes or so of this game. Second free throw, back iron, no. Rebound ripped away by Amaya Moore, who's back in with 4 fouls. Kicks it back to Huffman underneath the rim, reverse layup, good. Well, Ottumwa's inability to grab the rebound cost him 2 points there, 31-23. Krause into the front court, her pass stolen by Huffman. Up ahead to Amaya Moore. Moore behind everybody. Yeager trying to catch up. And the foul on the layup attempt, I believe, prevented the make, but she'll shoot 2. Briley Yeager gets her 3rd foul, team foul number 7. Moore at the line where she has not been this season. 5'10" sophomore. First free throw, banked it in. 31-24, 7:01 to go. Bulldogs used a late surge at the end of the 3rd quarter to go up 10. Second free throw, she banked them both in. I think she did that on purpose. 31-25. 4-0 run here for the Bobcats. Krause across the timeline, nearly had it poked away, and Huffman steals it, and there's nobody there. Huffman feeds it ahead to Moore, who missed the layup. The rebound tapped out of bounds. Yeager was fighting for it with 2 Marshalltown players. It'll stay with the Bobcats. But boy, that was an uncontested layup, and Marshalltown missed it. See if Ottumwa can get it back. Inbounds knocked away, but it rolls back towards midcourt where Lily Roberts runs it down. Roberts a team-high 12 points. Takes it over to the right side. Now crosses over down the lane, throws it up, and drew the foul. Well, she's good at getting to the line. Not that it's hard to get to the line in this game. Camden Krause with that foul, only her 2nd. Already 8 team fouls on Ottumwa. There's 5 on Marshalltown. Roberts at the line is 6 for 7 tonight. First free throw this time is good. 31-26. Boy, when Ottumwa got out to the 10-point lead, you thought, well, maybe there's the separation we've been looking for tonight, but now Marshalltown has scored 5 in a row. And the second free throw, no good. Good rebound by Heinbaugh underneath. Boy, Maya Moore nearly got her 5th foul there. Heinbaugh into the front court, pressured by Moore, ran into a double team, but we're going to get a foul, and if that's on Moore, she's done. And boy, she spiked that ball, and the official's going to let her get away with it. That is the 5th foul on Amaya Moore, but she spiked that ball. It bounced above the official's head. He caught it, and he said something to her, but he didn't call the technical. But Amaya Moore fouls out of the game with 2 points at the 6:30 mark. Replaced by Lainey Danielson, I believe. Now Kraus on the right side. Marshalltown's gone back man-to-man, but Kraus had the dribble taken away. Lily Roberts gets the ball up ahead. Right-handed layup, no good. Rebound, battled for, last touch by Roberts, out of bounds, goes back to Ottumwa. Maya Fuller will check back in, replacing Heinbaugh. 6:10 to go. Marshalltown's missed a couple of breakaway layups. Kraus across the timeline. Marshalltown back to that trapping zone. They've got Danielson to the top, go left wing, a wide open Fuller for three. In and out, no good. Rebound underneath to Hunter Caldwell. Counted in the foul on the putback. Marshalltown gives up rebounding opportunities if Ottumwa can get a shot off against that zone, and that time the Bulldogs made him pay. And that is the 5th foul on Kaylin Smith, and she's done. Can't believe she was back in that early. She fouls out with 2 points at the 5:56 mark. So both starting post players for Marshalltown have fouled out. There's still 5:56 to go. Caldwell's free throw for the three-point play. Back iron, but it goes through. Hunter's got 5 points. Ottumwa back up by 8, 34-26. Huge sequence there for the Bulldogs. On the right side is Huffman, guarded by Yeager. Picked up her dribble accidentally. Goes in the corner for Rachel Smith. Smith spins to the block, and her pass back out stolen by Briley Yeager, but Yeager dribbled it, picked it up, and dribbled again. Tough break for her. I think she was just trying to control the ball, but a clear dribble, a pickup, and then a double dribble. So Huffman will inbound from the baseline, 5:43 to go. And a lob up top for Smith. Drives right side, cut off, kicks it out to Huffman on the wing. Yeager right on her, prevented one drive, now gets a pick from Youngkin, pick and roll to Youngkin underneath, turn around in the lane, counted, and a foul. I don't know what Chloe Bradley did wrong there. She looked like she was straight up and down, but again, if you breathe on somebody in this game, they're calling a foul. Bradley gets her second, team foul number 9. And Youngkin has 6 points and is at the line trying to make it a 7-point game, and she does. Pardon me, a 5-point game, 34-29. 5:30 to go, and Ottumwa still not breathing easy. Kraus to the right side, into the corner for Bradley. She'll try a three. No good, but a weak side rebound, and a putback is there by Briley Yeager. Boy, at this point, Ottumwa's strategy should just be kick it to those open corners against the zone, take a three, and if it misses, get the rebound. 36-29 Dogs. 5:12 to go. Huffman up high on the right side. Drives baseline, cut off by the help defense. Kick it out, and that'll be a travel as Rachel Smith bunny hopped before she took that three-pointer. 5:06 to go, and Ottumwa gets it back up 7. Let's see if the Bulldogs can find a way to finally pull away here. Kraus met by Danielson right at midcourt, goes left, fires to the corner for Yeager. They close out, but a nice pass underneath to a wide-open Caldwell who lays it in and counted in the foul. Boy, you can hardly hear the whistles up here. But Caldwell with a chance for another three-point play. The foul is on Rachel Smith, only her first. Team foul number 8 on the Bobcats. Caldwell's free throw, good. She's got 2 three-point plays this quarter. Another free throw brought to you by Allstate Insurance and David Wildrunner, your local Allstate Insurance agent. Lead back to 10, 39-29, 4:50 to go. Huffman on the right side, throws it up top to Smith. Smith around a pick to the right side. Now gets it back up top to Huffman again. They're trying to get it to Youngkin on the block there. Now Huffman called for a carry as she tried to drive to the free throw line, and Marshalltown turns it over with 4:34 to go. Well, you just hope, and we got the same officials for the boys' game, but you hope maybe they don't blow the whistles many times. Kraus into the front court left side. Shadowed by Danielson, and a little too close. That's a reach-in foul. And that'll send Camden Kraus to the line for a 1-and-1 as Lainey Danielson gets her 4th. Team foul number 9. Kraus at the line 0 for 1 on the night. She's got a team-high 13 points. First one on the way here is good. Another free throw brought to you by Allstate Insurance and David Wildbrunner, your local Allstate Insurance agent, offering financial services and insurance for auto, life, home, and more. 40-29. Second free throw. Got them both. Free throws have been much better here in the second half for Ottumwa. 41-29, 12-point lead, biggest of the night. Huffman across the timeline for the Bobcats at the volleyball line. Approaches the top of the key. Yeager stumbles back but stays in front. Now Huffman gets around. Jump pass out left wing. Danielson for a three. No good. Rebound on the floor. Still loose. Caldwell's got it. And Ottumwa, I think, got a timeout to maintain the possession. 4:08 to go. Back in 30 seconds on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's more than an education. It's more than a degree. William Penn University is alive with opportunity. Opportunity in a diverse student body. Opportunity in a staff that works with your budget. Opportunity in over 30 programs of study. Opportunity in a classroom where your voice is heard. Find your future and the opportunities waiting for you. Start your planning today at wmpenn.edu and see why William Penn University is alive with opportunity.
You're watching Bulldog basketball on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Ottumwa High Basketball brought to you by Andrew Schroeder with Schroeder Graphics and Sign LLC. Visit sgsignllc.com and like Schroeder Graphics and Sign LLC on Facebook. Schroeder Graphics, be a brand above. By Godfrey's Ale House in Ottumwa, the area's premier restaurant and sports bar. For your next meal or drink, visit Godfrey's Ale House. And by the Ottumwa Job Corps Center, providing the skills you need to succeed in today's workforce at no cost to you. Visit ottumwajobcorps.gov. Bulldog girls up 41-29. Bulldogs inbounding after using their second timeout, 4:08 to go. We are not starting the boys' game on time. It's supposed to start in 9 minutes. I'm not sure we'll be done with this girls' game in 9 minutes. Kraus up top, left side to Yeager. Marshalltown's gone back man-to-man. Yeager around to pick, gets it back up top to Caldwell. Right side for Kraus. Kraus pulls up on the wing, lob in the give and go. Too tall for Caldwell, knocked away and stolen by the Bobcats. Lily Roberts back the other way for Marshalltown. Pulls up between the circles. Counting down to 3.5 to go. Roberts, a step back three, left that short off the rim. The long rebound, though, out to Rachel Smith. She tries to drive in, cut off nicely by Kraus. Out to Roberts, baseline drive, underneath the rim, feeds it across to Danielson. Fouled from behind, laid it in. I think Ransom just fouled out of the game on that. We'll see. At that point, you've got to just let her go. Well, Addison Ransom wearing 22 tonight instead of 21. And she may not do that again after fouling out here. Nellie Morgan checks in for Addison, who fouls out with 8 points at the 3:25 mark. The free throw no good with the weak side rebound by Youngkin. She's fouled on the putback and she'll shoot two. Someone didn't box out well that time. That foul's on Caldwell, only her first. Already a double bonus here for Marshalltown. Youngkin at the line. First one off the rim, no good. Sophie Youngkin now 3 for 8 from the line tonight. Ottumwa leading 41-31. Second free throw good, 41-32, down to a 9-point game. Timeout Marshalltown. 3:24 to go, back in 30 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Are you looking for someone to capture the special moments in life, such as senior photos, weddings, family portraits, baby pictures, or even your furry friends? Look no further than Lee's Photography in Ottumwa to schedule your appointment. Brian, Connie, and the staff at Lee's Photography have the knowledge and experience to capture your special moments and make your vision come to life. Visit them on Facebook to see the range of their work. Lee's Photography on East 2nd Street, across from the Courier in Ottumwa, for all your all-around photography needs.
You're watching Bulldog basketball on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bulldogs inbound after the timeout, 3:20 to go, leading Marshalltown 41-32. Camden Krause shouted by Lily Roberts, throw left wing for Maya Fuller. Fuller around a Caldwell pick. Back up top, Nellie Morgan. Morgan right side for Krause. Krause around Morgan's pick. Well, they've got a mismatch. They need to post Morgan up here. No, Morgan's going to set another pick. They go up top to Caldwell instead. Under heavy pressure from Danielson, too heavy. There's a foul. And Lainey Danielson is fouled out. She's the third Bobcat and their third post player to foul out. She ends her night with 3 points at the 2:57 mark. Marshalltown decided to be ultra-aggressive defensively tonight, and it's probably hurt them more than it's helped them. Hunter Caldwell shooting 2, first one too strong. That's her first miss of the night. She had been 2 for 2. With a free throw brought to you by Allstate Insurance and David Wildbrunner, your local Allstate Insurance agent. Second free throw gets the roll. 9 in the game for Hunter Caldwell. Bulldogs up 10 again, 42-32. Roberts into the front court. Thinking about a drive, cut off by Fuller, backs it out right wing. Looking to drive baseline, backing in, kick it out on the wing to Rachel Smith. Smith trying to back down, kicks it back to Roberts towards the corner. Shot fake now, tries a 3 and hits it. Lily Roberts has 16 points, and Marshalltown still within shouting distance, 42-35, 2:30 to go. Someone's got to take care of the ball down the stretch and probably hit some free throws. Ball goes left side for Yeager. Goes around a Morgan pick. Riley drives the lane and got fouled as she tried to pass it back to Morgan on the block. Yeager will shoot 2 with 2:21 to go. That foul is on Sophie Yunkin. That's her third. Both teams have gone into the double bonus in both halves. The number of fouls in this game is staggering. First free throw for Yeager gets the roll. Riley Hadman just 1 for 7. But she's got 3 points tonight, 43-35. One more free throw here for Briley Yeager. Puts it up. Got them both. 2 big free throws for the freshman. 4 in the game. Ottumwa up 9, 44-35. Over to the right side is Sarah Huffman. Huffman trying to get around Yeager, got into the lane, threw up an awkward layup, no good. Good defense and a good rebound by Morgan. Got it out to Krause. Krause looking up ahead, Fuller wide open left side. Skip it right side for Yeager. 2-point jumper right side, good. Riley Yeager, 6 points all in the fourth quarter, 46-35, Dogs up 11, minute 55 to go. Huffman into the front court, between the circles, picked up by Yeager. Drives left, hands off to Yunkin. Her elbow jumper no good. Another rebound to Morgan, and Danielson is down, or not Danielson, Kammerer was down behind the play, gets up slowly. It's 5-on-4 in the front court. Marshalltown begging for a stoppage. Fuller got a 3 off right wing, no good. Rebound to Morgan underneath, kicks it out to Yeager, to Krause. And Ottumwa takes a timeout as Kammerer was finally getting back into the play. Minute 27 to go. We'll take 30 seconds and return on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
You're watching Bulldog basketball on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
After the timeout, Ottumwa gets it into Caldwell. Now up top to Camden Krause. Ottumwa up 46-35, poked out of the hands of Krause and out of bounds into the Ottumwa bench. It'll stay with the Bulldogs. Minute 21 to go. Bulldogs on the verge of their third win in a row, but they've had to fight for this one. And inbounds to Fuller, quickly double-teamed and tied up, and the possession arrow gives it to Marshalltown. So another Bulldog turnover here. 46-35. Big fourth quarter here for Ottumwa. Huffman over to the left side. Goes in the corner for Roberts. Roberts brings it back up top. Maya Gallegos is in. She cuts right. cuts left. Roberts keeps the ball, steps into a three top of the key. Boy, they were kind of pushing her defender away. Roberts hits a three, and Marshalltown calls a timeout, 46-38. That should have been a moving screen. Boy, as Youngkin was basically backing the defender out of the play. Timeout, we're back in 30 seconds on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Coal Palace Cafe and Books invites you to stop in and try their real, not fast, fresh, never frozen, made-in-house menu, which is sure to satisfy. Start your day with their fresh brewed coffee or one of their specialty drinks and a delicious breakfast. Stop in for a cup of one of their homemade soups, a sandwich, or salad for lunch. Don't forget dessert. At Coal Palace Cafe and Books, your purchases help our neighbors with disabilities learn valuable job skills. Check out their gently used books while you wait. That's Coal Palace Cafe and Books at 226 West Main Street, Ottumwa.
You're watching Bulldog basketball on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
After the Marshalltown timeout, 58.1 seconds to go. Ottumwa 46, Marshalltown 38. Bulldogs lob it in to Morgan against pressure, over to Kraus on the right side, and she had it taken away by Huffman. Huffman takes it back down, missed the layup. Kraus fighting for the rebound, and a whistle. Marshalltown ended up with it, but I think they got a foul on Marshalltown as Kraus got knocked to the deck. And that is the fourth foul on Sophie Youngkin, who probably should have had her fourth foul a moment ago, setting an illegal screen. Marshalltown head coach Brian Murphy didn't like that call, but Kraus is going to the line to shoot two. 49.5 seconds to go. Camden Kraus has had a huge second half. 12 in the half, 15 in the game. And it was her personal 7-0 run at the end of the third quarter that gave Ottumwa some breathing room. First free throw here, banked it in. We'll take it the way free throws have gone tonight. 47-38, another free throw brought to you by by Allstate Insurance and David Wildrunner, your local Allstate Insurance agent. Second free throw off the rim, no good. Rebound to Huffman. 9-point game, 46 seconds to go. Huffman into the front court right side, down the lane. Tried to pass across to Gallegos, who wasn't looking for it, but Fuller, acting instinctively, got a hand in the passing lane, knocked it out of bounds. She didn't know that there was no recipient for that pass, so you can't blame her for trying to make a play. Roberts will throw the inbounds pass, and a whistle, and an illegal screen, I believe, called on Marshalltown before they can throw it in. Sarah Huffman gets her second. No free throws on that kind of foul, but Ottumwa now will inbound against pressure. And the pass lobbed into Kraus behind the defense. She's 2-on-1, feeds it to Caldwell left side, put it up off the glass, no good. Morgan the rebound, the putback good for Nellie Morgan. She gets her first bucket all night. That's kind of a surprise. 49-38, 30 seconds to go. Roberts between the circles. Marshalltown's running out of time, but they don't show a lot of urgency now. Over to the left side, lob underneath to Huffman. Put it up awkwardly, no good, but the rebound kicks off the leg of Kraus and out of bounds. It'll stay with the Bobcats, only 16.1 to go. And now we've got a technical foul on Marshalltown head coach Brian Murphy. Well, both coaches end up with technical fouls tonight. Joe Vandenberg got his in the first quarter. Brian Murphy gets his in the fourth. It would be fair to say that neither team is pleased with how this game has been officiated. Kraus will miss the front end of the technicals. And let's be honest here. For the post-game show, I'm going to count up all the fouls. And it's going to be a number you won't believe. Second free throw, and missed them both. But with the technical foul, it'll be a Ottumwa ball in midcourt with 16.1 to go. And Ottumwa wants a timeout here, so we'll take 30 seconds in return on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit
Ottumwa inbounding with 16.1 seconds to go, leading by 11. They get it into Kraus. Kraus had her pocket pick from behind by Roberts. Gets it up ahead to Huffman. Huffman jump stop, layup, good. 49-40, but Ottumwa doesn't need to inbound. They do, but time expires. And Ottumwa will win a pretty sloppy game, 49-40. The Bulldogs had to work harder than they thought they would tonight maybe to get the job done, but they get their third win in a row, improved to 5-8. Marshalltown falls to 1-13. We'll take 3 minutes, come back, and begin the postgame show on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Hi, this is Vince Tyson, General Manager with Citizens Mutual in Bloomfield, the area's premier broadband provider. Wapello County, we have heard your screams of frustration. You need reliable internet, and we are proud to expand high-speed fiber internet into Wapello County. Express your interest today by going to findmyfiber.mycmtech.com. Again, that's findmyfiber.mycmtech.com. We look forward to hearing from you and bringing you the very best internet service at Citizens Mutual, coming soon to Wapello County.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dwayne Petrito, your orthodontist in Ottumwa and Oskaloosa. Many of our patients are playing in this game, and we want you to know we are happy to see you representing your school and playing hard. If you haven't been in to see us yet, please call our office for an appointment. Your first appointment is always free. From start to finish, we are here for you every step of the way. We specialize in giving you a great smile and bite. We look forward to seeing you soon. Our team is cheering for you in today's game.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent: our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
The secret is out. You're invited to see the all-new scoring system at Champion Bowl.
The first bowling alley in Iowa to have the new bowler entertainment system.
Animated and themed scoring grids and backgrounds.
It keeps score for a variety of game types.
There's classic bowling, of course, as well as Build the Monster, Bowling Hood, Battle of the Lanes, and more.
You can also video chat with any of the staff right from your bowling station.
Come experience the brand new Champion Bowl in Ottumwa,
where bowling is now awesome.
At Line X of Ottumwa, we know your truck is much more than a vehicle to you. Whether you use it for work or play, a Line X spray-applied bedliner is ready for the long haul. Line X provides unmatched protection with a nationwide lifetime warranty. Want more for your truck? Line X carries accessories from WeatherTech, Bach Industry, Truxedo, Truck Gear, Lux, and Luverne Truck Accessories. The right parts and accessories to make your truck your truck. Everything is possible at Line X of Ottumwa.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dwayne Petrito, your orthodontist in Ottumwa and Oskaloosa. Many of our patients are playing in this game, and we want you to know we are happy to see you representing your school and playing hard. If you haven't been in to see us yet, please call our office for an appointment. Your first appointment is always free. From start to finish, we are here for you every step of the way. We specialize in giving you a great smile and bite. We look forward to seeing you soon. Our team is cheering for you in today's game.
You're watching Bulldog basketball on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Ottumwa High basketball on KBIZ and on the live video stream. Bulldog girls had to fight maybe harder than they expected on the road tonight against a one-win Marshalltown team, but OHS gets it done 49-40, the final score. Bulldogs improved to 5-8. Marshalltown falls to 1-13. Scoring for the Bulldogs, Camden Krause, a huge second half, 13 in that second half, 16 in the game to lead Ottumwa. 9 points for Hunter Caldwell, 7 of those in the second half. Addison Ransom had 8. Maya Fuller had 6. Briley Yeager had 6, all in the fourth quarter. Riley Heinbaugh had 2. And Nellie Morgan had 2. Marshalltown led by Lily Roberts, who had a game-high 19 points. 8 points for Sophie Youngkin, 6 for Sarah Huffman, 3 for Lainey Danielson, 2 for Amaya Moore, and 2 points for Kaylin Smith. Marshalltown had 3 players foul out in the game. Ottumwa had 1. Ransom fouled out. Well, Amaya Moore, Lainey Danielson, and Kaylin Smith all fouled out. Free throws, both teams took a lot. Both teams wish they'd done better. Ottumwa 12 of 23, Marshalltown 13 of 26. And I said in the postgame I'd let you know just how many fouls were called. They called 20 fouls on Ottumwa, 24 on Marshalltown, 44 fouls called in that game. And, well, yes, I understand that it's two teams with sub-500 records, teams that struggle to defend at times, and teams that are going to commit some fouls. And I'm not even complaining. The foul discrepancy actually favored Ottumwa by 4, so it's not like I thought Ottumwa was getting the short end of the stick. I just didn't like the way the game was officiated, to be honest, and I know neither coach did. Both coaches got technicals during the course of the game, and, boy, you kind of hope that the officials don't blow the whistles the same way in the boys' game, or I'll have to maybe call a restaurant here in Marshalltown to see if they're going to be open late for Annie and I to eat tonight. And Coach Vandenberg is going to get a laugh about that as I bring the Bulldog head coach on. Joe, I don't want to talk too much about the officiating, but 44 fouls, not counting that each coach gets a technical.
Hey, that wasn't on me.
Oh, that wasn't on you?
No, that wasn't on me.
Okay, well, you can see we're behind glass way up here. I can't hear anything. But each bench got a technical, and I don't want to dispute any individual calls or anything, but it's obviously hard for either team to get into any kind of a rhythm when the whistle blows so much.
Yeah, that was tough. I thought maybe 50. I didn't know what the total number was. I had 50 in my head as total fouls called. That was rough. It's hard to get into a rhythm. We put ourselves behind the 8 ball early. We just didn't make free throws early on. Got a little bit better down the line. We still weren't great. But we hit a few in some big minutes that kept them from coming back. We talked about they kind of climbed back in the second quarter a little bit because they hit some free throws and we didn't. And that made it a little bit closer at half to maybe what it should have been or what I thought I wanted it to be. 4 weeks ago, I don't know if we win that game. Coach Gomat brought that up in the locker room. I don't know that we win that game 4 minutes ago. That took guts. That took girls playing hard. I'm proud of them. Holy smokes, man, I'm proud of them. I'm out of breath. It's a long walk up here, too.
It is a climb to get up here. I think it's more steps than to get up top in the Lincoln Roundhouse.
I was on the 3rd flight, and I thought the same thing. I was like, I've never walked this far in my life.
Yeah, so we're way up here. But talk about Camden Krause a little bit. Her run at the end of the 3rd quarter really gave you the separation that you were able to hang on to the rest of the game. And we've talked several times about growing in confidence and realizing that you are capable of doing things. And again, I think we saw another instance where Camden said, you know what, it's time for me to take over a little bit, and that's what she did.
She's fun. She's a good player. She's only a freshman. We talked about seeing these girls grow up before your eyes. Camden started every game this year. She has to. She leads us. She does a good job out there. Obviously not having Corm on the court hurts us with her experience. But I think Camden's kind of grown into her own role today in the last couple weeks. I thought she's really kind of just taken a step forward. She's a good player. She plays hard, and she's smart. She knows the game. We saw some small stuff there late in the game, some turnovers that maybe we'd like to get back. But, you learn from that. Again, she's only a freshman. She's going to be a fun player to watch for 4 years.
Talk about having to take a week off. I thought maybe there was some rust in the first half from having what turned out to be an unexpected bye thanks to the weather. But on the other hand, I thought there were some advantages. You've got a 3-game winning streak now. You've got a real chance with Hoover and Washington coming up to maybe build a 5-game winning streak before you hit that really tough stretch late in the season. But on the other, in some ways good, maybe some ways bad. But how do you feel like your team handled getting that extra time off?
It was good for us. We weren't real healthy that Monday, Tuesday, that week anyways. Having some girls coming back after being gone for 2 days and sick and out, it was good to just let them get back into the flow of things before having to play Roosevelt on Friday. That game got canceled, obviously, so that was nice. I felt like we got back to full strength with where we wanted to be, and that gave us some good run tonight.
And you've got Hoover coming up on Friday. It's going to be at home. You're going to play a home game. You haven't played a home game since December, I think the Urbandale game, right? So it's been a long time, and you and I were trading messages earlier today about how unbalanced the schedule is. I don't want to complain any more about that than I already did in the pregame show, but you guys don't get a lot of home games this year. I imagine it's going to feel pretty good to finally play a game in front of your home crowd again.
Yeah, absolutely. It's nice to play at home. It's familiar. It's familiar for these young girls, having to be on the road 14 times this year is tough. It's also our youth basketball night for girls basketball, so hopefully we got a big crowd. It's loud, it's energetic and fun.
Well, you had to battle hard, maybe harder than you wanted to, against a Marshalltown team that you've handled easily the last few years, but you found a way to get it done despite things not going your way at times. Congratulations. You got 3 wins in a row. Let's go make it 4 Friday night.
Awesome. Thanks, Jason. Go Dogs.
Bulldog head coach Joe Vandenberg after his team's 49-40 win. We'll take a 3-minute timeout, come back and get you ready for the boys matchup here on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Hi everyone, this is Karina Drummond with Reflection Studio in Ottumwa. We are a full-service salon offering hair, nail, brow, lash, facial, and waxing services. We also handle weddings, proms, and other large events with multiple person makeover sessions, so contact us early to get booked for your next event. We thank all of our loyal customers for your patronage and invite all newcomers to join our salon family. And remember, looking good doesn't happen by chance, it happens by appointment with Reflection Studio in Ottumwa. Like Reflection Studio on Facebook and visit reflectionstudio.com. That's Reflections with a Z.
Seasons change,